Hey guys, welcome to your love reading, Spiritual Infusion 1111. Let's go ahead and get right into it. What messages do you have for the collective with love and romance? All right, first card out is thank you for all that you have taught me. I think sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? And it's coming in as your person needing to take a bit of a hiatus to understand who they are. And by understanding who they are, they're able to understand why you love them, right? And I said this to somebody recently, that we can either live our life or allow life to live us, right? We can either choose love or we can continue to live life in a manner where we run away from love. We remove ourselves from that energy and become very mundane. However, with this morning coffee that's coming in this picture, you inspire this person and you trigger this person in a way where you're good for their soul. You feel good deep down. This is somebody that wants to wake up and have a drink of you every single morning, every single day. This is somebody that I feel like can be relatively stubborn, but you may be over there like, man, this person is beyond stubborn, that they just don't move when they need to move. But I think behind the stubborn energy that you're receiving from this person, it's somebody that's trying to understand your logic. It's somebody that's trying to decipher and dissect their emotions that they're feeling at this moment that they've never felt before. So where you're somebody who is glass half empty, you're ready to jump in. This is somebody who has seen a lot of the other side of things, so they're more cautious with their manner of taking action when it comes to love, when it comes to business, when it comes to friends, family. This may be somebody that's more inclined to communicate, more inclined to take action, except when it comes to the way that they feel romantically about you. And it's coming in as you've taught this person a lot about themselves, about how strong they are, about what they have to offer outside of the physical energy. Things never get off the ground with us. Why? You see, it's like this person is sitting here asking like, I don't understand why. Why is it that I want something so bad, but every time I go to do it, something falls apart right now? They're sitting here and they're saying, I want to fight for this love with you, with or without you. So this is somebody that's saying, listen, there could have been this person wearing a mask, okay? Not completely identifying, right, how they really feel, their true raw emotions. This is somebody who concealed it. This is somebody who needed to understand you and the way that you made them feel that superseded everybody else. But things never could get off the ground because you were hitting the ground running while this person was pausing with a magnifying glass trying to understand the intricate details. Why does this person feel like nothing got off the ground with them in the collective? The twin flame and the strength. Because in order to be in these divine connections, you both have to heal together, but then also apart before you come back together. That's the alchemy of the Temperance card, that you both had to be stripped of your negative qualities or those things that were stopping you from living your best life and merging you together as one and coming out as one solid unit. Why? Right? You both needed the strength to evolve. You both needed the strength to get on the same page because love is just not enough. Love is an action. You can love somebody all you want. You can sit there in your head and love them, but they will never feel that love if this person is not strong enough to take action. It also feels like there was a lot of things that were causing stalls with inside of your connection, right? The duality between the logic, the rational versus what your heart wants, what your soul needs, right? We want money. Not everybody, but let's just bear with me. We want money, but we need love, right? It's almost like this person said, I need money. I do want a relationship, but my need for financial freedom, my need for this will always supersede that, will always go on the back burner. And I do feel like with this Mars and Aries, your person, what was also holding you back with them is the fact that somebody needed to take action. Whether it was you, whether it was them, somebody needed to put themselves on the line. But there was a decision that needed to be made. But in this decision, this person also had to discover temperance, the alchemy. This person needed to understand, how do they fit into this picture? How do you fit into this picture? How do you fit in together inside of this bubble? Inside of this, they said communion. I don't know why. But they're realizing that it was them, that they were always planning to do something, but they never did it. This is somebody that could have told you, yeah, we'll go do this or that or that or this, or I'll call you or I'll text you, whatever. And it never worked, because what this person said, what their actions, even their energetic actions were stating, they did the opposite. That's why it's coming in here saying, listen, I want to fight for this love with or without you. This is this person acknowledging, look, there is a potential that when I come back to show you, I'm going to move mountains. When I come back and I take my mask off, I know that you may not fight for this love the same way that you fought before. I know that that's a part of my karma, because when you gave to me, all I did was take from you. And now me coming back around saying, please give to me, I'm going to give back. You are more apprehensive. But this person knows that. This person knows that you fought the good fight until you couldn't fight anymore. Until you said, fine, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You want to be a part of your circus, and you want to go tango with the monkeys and the performing animals. Be my guest. But this isn't my life. And whatever you said to this person, whatever your actions showed, this person wants to fight for your connection, for your love. But part of the main thing is they have to show you who they are. And part of this is like Night at the Opera, right? Phantom of the Opera, where you have to show that other part of you that is dark, the part that scares them the most. You may not realize a lot of times we conceal those parts of us that scare us the most, right? It's coming in as exposing the parts of you that you don't like. But I also feel like for some of you, as open as you weren't completely transparent. I've never felt so many deep and intense emotions before. So again, there's a lot of emotions here that need to be processed, right? If you come from a background or a childhood where, crying isn't acceptable, right? Emotions are not acceptable. If you have a parent that's checked out, you begin to understand how emotions tend to sabotage your energy, right? But I also feel like this person tried to do out of sight, out of mind with you, but you were the one person, or you were the one thing in their life that they could never forget about. This is somebody that doesn't want you to give up on them. They don't want you to give up on them during a time where they're getting ready to fight for you. Now, for some of you, people get mad at me for relaying the message. Don't be mad at the messenger. Like, I'm just here to deliver the message. I don't know if the message is right or wrong because it doesn't pertain to me. But again, it's just coming in as like you guys were very different, because the twin flame energy is very different. It's red and blue energy, right? And in order for this to work, you have to come together. And when you come together, it's purple, it's royalty. It's something that will supersede the masculine and the feminine because it's God's frequency. Let's set this love free and wash over me. Yeah, I'm telling you, this person is tired of being without you. They feel like you're always the person that's in their heart at the end of things. In the beginning of their day, at the end of their day, it's always you. Also, I'm getting like the ugly duckling. Either you were an ugly duckling and you don't realize how attractive you are, or they feel like an ugly duckling. It's something here about also like needing to improve their physical, something about them physically. Dolphins can be significant to you. Swans can be significant, but I'm getting that you see this is in the air and this is on earth. It's like as above, so below. We have to release, right? We have to release our own limitations in order for us to have peace here on earth. Our own limitations are set by why we cannot do something instead of why we can. Growing up in our family, we weren't allowed to say can't, C-A-N-T. We were not allowed to say that. So for me, it's like, why can I do something, not why I can't? How do I make something work? I also feel like with balloons, it's like this person wants to release. It's like they can't release you. So it's like, then let's just both release together and just see what this is. It's like somebody here is really wanting to take a deep dive. I'm coming home soon. Don't give up on me. For some of you, this could be somebody that travels, somebody that's overseas, somebody that could be in like secret missions or some type of like government, military, secret service. There's something here with somebody. This isn't for everybody, but there is somebody in particular where this person is coming home. They almost left. Whoever this person was, like they purposely left. They could have even gone on vacation or whatever, but they purposely left to try to get you out of their mind, only to realize like this is the only place that they want to be. Like they want to be home with you. Don't give up. don't give up on me. It's like that is a theme here. It's like this person, I've never felt so many deep emotions before, and it's not you I run from, it's love. It's like I love them. And I remember the last time that I loved somebody, or the last time that somebody gave me that energy, whether it was their mother, whether it was a friend, whatever it was, and I remember how bad it ended up. And I remember that I wasn't able to do something for this long, or I wasn't what it's like. This person is trying to control God's will. This person is trying to control things to the point where they've had so many tower moments, that they've had so many dark night of the souls, where even on the outside looking in, they could look like nothing is wrong with them. But on the inside, they're completely going through a level of turmoil that is unseen. I will be back. Please know that I will always return to you. I promise. This feels very like military. It feels very much like war. It feels very much like I'm leaving, but I'm going to be back. But I feel like for some of you, this person didn't tell you why. Even if like you work with this person or you see this person, there's something here where they're checked out, like subconsciously, to the point where they're going through the emotions of their life, but they're not physically living it. It's almost coming in as like a reprogramming. I know that that sounds weird, but that's what it is. I want every last drop of you. You fill me up. It's funny because what did I say here with the coffee? It's like they want to wake up, and they want to wake up to you every morning and like drink you every morning, right? I want every last drop of you. This is somebody that wants everything with you. They just don't want intimacy. They don't want lust. It's like they want your mind, your body, your soul, right? They want every aspect of you that makes you you, because that's what makes them feel whole. I am getting though that there is a bit of insecurity. If you don't love me anymore, I won't be able to make it through this world. So there is a bit of apprehension here, right? So like if I come forward with the collective and I say, hey, I know I've not been the best person. I know you probably don't trust me. I know you probably have more questions than answers than I've ever given you, but I love you and I want to make this work. They're worried that you're gonna like slam the door in their face, or they're worried that you're gonna like say no, like absolutely not. And for some reason that is a bigger fear to them than dying. I don't know why, but they said that I'll chase you down. Please don't leave me again. Wait for me, don't leave me. It's almost like this person is whether they're feeling it physically, where there could be legit physical distance, or if this is just emotional distance. It's like this person feels you detaching from them emotionally, and I'm getting that that is something that is really hard for them. I think that they're scared. This is also somebody that's sitting here saying, listen, I loved you the moment that I saw you. All right, so they're acknowledging from the moment I locked eyes on you, right? I knew that I loved you. I knew that this was something that was fated, right? I've never felt so many deep emotions before. Why is that? Because you're different to them. This is somebody that had love at first sight. It doesn't matter if you just met this person. For some of you, you could have just met this person and it feels like you've known them forever, right? Or it could be somebody that you've been with for a really long time that you've wanted, but that you've not exactly been able to completely experience. I feel like there was a lot of work to do, and I feel like for this person, they wanted to work on it themselves because they were embarrassed of what they needed to clean up. Somebody here had a lot of like burdens, and now they're ready to walk into destiny with me. It's like they had a lot of burdens that they had to handle before the two of you could come together. And look, I just cut the deck. I love you. We need to rewrite our history. So again, you have somebody here that is in love with you. You have somebody here that wants to come forward. They want to talk to you. They want to give to you. They also want to explain whatever the falsities were with inside of your connection, okay? Because for some of you, through acts of intimacy is where you saw how this person felt. But that's how this person shows their love. So this person needs to learn how to show you that outside of those intimate settings, but in settings where they're normal. What do we need to understand right now about this? When you're favored by God, you're also favored by the devil. Who you came to the party with is who you leave with. I think that there was, see, here's the thing, right? When I think about Mike Tyson, we all have problems. We all have demons. We all have things that we are not proud of. And I feel like with your person, there was certain things that they hid from their childhood that really made them the way that they are. And I feel like when you're harboring or you're holding on to like a level of pain and a level of trauma, you can either be the antagonist or the protagonist. It's up to you. Are you? Because realistically, the hero and the villain, they have the exact same story. the exact same story. But one chooses to do good and one chooses to do bad. That's the same thing with this person. I have an option, I have a choice, who I decide to be with, who I decide to react with. Am I going to stay in a relationship where I'm not happy? Am I going to continue to be around people where I know that's not for my greatest good? Or do I sit there and say, you know what? I have to heal this. I have to fix this. This is a part of me. This is a part of me that I need to work on in order for me to be in a divine connection where I can either be submissive. If you're a masculine energy, your partner in the feminine energy needed to learn how to be submissive. They needed to learn how to not control things. They needed to learn how to accept love instead of feeling like the moment you do something, they need to push you away because they're exuding a level of dominance that's unnecessary. But they don't want you holding that over their head saying, well, I did X, Y, and Z. That's why the feminine is like, I'll do it myself. I don't need you to hold that over my head, and I didn't ask you for that. Now, if you're a feminine watching this for your divine masculine had to be in masculine energy. They had to learn to take control when it came to you, but also to learn to accept the love. That is a part of the divine union. That is a part of having the strength, but the only way that these connections work, because they're so powerful, right? With great power comes great responsibility. It has to be regulated. That's why you see a lion and a lioness. Same DNA, but instead it's frequency. You have to be at the right vibration. Are you at God's vibration? Are you over here, doing the two-step, the cha-cha slide with the devil? What are you doing? Just if you're cha-cha sliding on Saturday and then waking up on Sunday and going to church and praising God, they're not the same. You have to live the way that you preach. And a lot of people are preaching a certain lifestyle that they're not living. That's why your person needed to have the strength to decipher or to determine who are they going to be. And I'm not saying if you're out partying on Saturday that you're a bad Christian or a Catholic or what. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of people that sit in church with their nose up that's being extremely judgmental to other people when they do not even live a nowhere near clean life. Like somebody who doesn't, prime example, my mom, hardcore Catholic. Okay, I got kicked out of the car because I said, well, how do you know they really wrote that book? Got kicked out the car. Okay, my dad, he's an atheist. He just doesn't believe anything. But what he did is he made me go to all these different churches to figure out what I wanted to be, right? Not what my mom said. But when I look back, my mom was pure evil, like Epstein evil, okay? My mom, okay? So when I'm saying these things, my dad is living a more clean life than she is, yet she's preaching, but I'm the one that's clothed with, I'm the one that's baptized. You're not, I'm going to heaven. No, you're not. That's a lie. You're not. Hate to break it to you, but you're not going right to hell where you belong. They probably don't even want her. But my point is your connection and your relationship to God will always supersede the devil. But you have to be strong enough to stand alone. You have to be strong enough to say, this doesn't make sense. It's something here with your person where they needed to do that. You see the devil because the devil is trying to control them. The devil is trying to control the materialistic possessions, right? The devil doesn't want you to know. The devil wants you to think, yeah, if you go to church and you come party with me 6 days out of the week and you spend 1 hour during the week with God, you're good. Listen, hey, all God's asking for is an hour. Now they have great music, right? It's not so boring. Church used to be super boring. I'm sorry, people are going to get mad at me, but holy cannoli, man, at least they got good music. They have people that are preaching that are good. You know what I mean? I think church is good, the ideology behind it, but also it's let's not get construed with who's sitting there. And again, 6 days out of the week, 1 + 5 is 6. There's the devil, 815, 816, 68, 86, right? You have 10 here. What are you going to do? Who are you going to choose? AD, are you going to fixate on the ego, on being right, on having control, or are you going to let go of the control and give it completely to God? Give it completely to the relationship, to the house of partnership, right? Libra energy, Capricorn, Leo energy. but it's all about partnership. But there's something here where in order to have a level of purity with inside of your partnership, you have to come in and you have to combat this devil. The excess, the lies, the illusion, the attachments, the toxic behavior, the drinking, the partying, all of this. Like right now, people are being asked to change. People are being asked to look in the mirror and say, do you feel like you are living your life the way that you were meant to? Yes or no? You know that thing like God's over there, like, I know what you did last summer, right? Remember that. Hey, I know what you did. Listen, we all have, hey, do you, but that's not something you're proud of. So you need to change it instead of continuing to go in the same loop, instead of continuing to go through the same sabotaging behavior, right? This is something where your person is asked to be called on their heart, their emotions, what they're completely hiding within. Why are they hiding and running from the divine connection? Why are they not embracing it? Why are they scared to acknowledge the collective is my person? I don't care if they're older. I don't care if they're younger within age, okay? I don't care if they're black, white, green, purple, blue. I don't care if they're Jewish, Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. I don't care about any of that. I just love them. There's too many stereotypes. There's too many narratives that are being projected upon our population instead of looking at the other person and realizing what their soul is. We're not all alike, but what is your soul? What does your soul say? You have soul family all over the world, but there's a lot that this person didn't tell you. We fix our eyes on what is seen, but on what is unseen, that is only what is seen as temporary, right? Every time we want to get things off the ground, it never gets off the ground. Why not? Because there's a lot of things that were going on behind the scenes of your partnership. Whether your person was being controlled by a karmic energy or an external influence, forcing them into a partnership that they didn't want to be into, forcing them into a relationship, whether that's business, whether that's marriage, whether that's ties, negotiations, right? Your person had to be able to have the discernment for what was unseen. And a lot of you had discernment here saying, listen, I know you feel like this. I know I feel like this, but something here is messed up. Something here isn't making logical sense with whatever we're going through. And I feel like the fact that your person said, I don't know why things are not getting off the ground. I'm going to fight for this connection. Now that they're beginning to fight for your connection, they're beginning to see why you have discernment towards them to the point where they feel really, 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 really bad. Moon in Cancer. You could have a moon in Cancer. 418, 49, 94, 44, 44. Because what was controlling this person was what you didn't see. What they didn't say. The hot air right inside of them that they were unable to get out. It's something that's underneath the surface here that this person hasn't been able to communicate because they were worried that whatever they were going to tell you, that you were going to have a level of discernment, that you were going to sit there and try to rationalize what they were saying, or that you were going to sit there and they were worried about the perception that you were going to have of them. I don't know why, but they were very worried about the perception that you were going to have of this person. Now they have the strength to want to fight for your connection because they're leading with their heart. They're no longer leading with their ego, but now they're having this discernment with, if I came forward towards them and I wanted them or whatever, like I still know I have to tell them what I was hiding. Or the collective is always going to know, even if I'm not supposed to tell them, they're always going to know. It feels like they're having like a life review, but it feels like a review of your relationship or a review of when the two of you were together. It's like they're reviewing everything. There's something that this person understands at a deeper level or at a deeper context that is really like hurting them. Because for some of you, instead of having the strength to break free, they sat there with the devil, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a person, and they're so unhappy. It's like, for example, if they go home to somebody every day, they're not in love with them. They're miserable, and all they do is think about having this reunion with you because they want a second chance at love. Scorpio energy. I feel like during Scorpio season, there could be a lot of people that are reconciling, or a lot of twin flames or high-level soulmates that are coming together from the past, or past life loves that are re-entering. Whether you're just new meeting somebody, whether you will meet this person, whether this is a past person, there's something here where there is a second chance at love, and it's all about reigniting the past. They're saying that this is divinely assisted for the world, So this is something that will supersede you. This is something that is destined for everybody, that there's something from the past that's coming back around. I can't even tell you what they just told me. Wow. A lot of you are also being guided, divinely assisted to have this level of completion with inside of this world. There's a level of fulfillment that's coming with this person, and you are going to be receiving communication very, very quickly. Something here is they said they need to tell them quickly. Something here is about a level of quickness that somebody needs to communicate to you. You may feel apprehensive at first with like what they're saying, to the point where you're going to say, wait, slow down. What do you mean by that? Or you may not even realize exactly how to even say anything back to them, to be honest. What's their overall energy? See, they're waiting. Now, the one thing I want to talk about this card though really quickly is the fact that not only are they waiting, but they've been putting the work in. They've been working very, very, very hard on something. What is their energy towards this external party that they view as the devil? Okay, the Five of Wands. They're angry. So there is an external energy, whether this is friends, family, a pastime lover, a friends with benefits, or even a group of people. 57, 75 could be significant, or 3, communication regarding some type of obstacle that's being overcome, because it's an ending of obstacles. C9 is always endings, but C7 is the secret ending that nobody really knows about. Anyways, they're upset with whoever this external party is. What is the secret? What are their secrets that they were worried about the collective finding out? What was the secret? Protection. Your person could be an angel, could be extraterrestrial, God's messenger angel, or this is them just blocking us from knowing the secret. I'll have to get more into this. I also want to know, how did this karmic energy stop them from moving forward? What? How did they stop? Through God, through the unseen. It's almost like they tried to pose as God, or they tried to utilize religion, tradition, control, some type of mind control in order to get your person to stay away from you. What is the collective's person? What are they fixated on? For some of you, it's hiding you and it's protecting you. Even though I walk through the deepest or the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. 234, which is a 9, 7, 9, 97. What is their perception? What is their energy towards the collective, this person? What is their overall energy towards the collective? 3 of Cups. Communication that makes sense to me, because 3 plus 5 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. There's the 3. It's communication pertaining to the obstacle. It's also a reunion. They need to come forward and have some type of honest and open communication with you. But for some of you, it's like there's somebody else he or she needs to have there in order to have this conversation. I don't know why. What is the vindication? There's some level of vindication that you're getting ready to have with this person, but also for some of you, either in a community or something like that, wow, something is going to be happening at your home or your root. What you don't see coming is there's some type of grounding or security or some type of basic needs that's coming in here. You don't see it coming, or you may. It's about this King of Pentacles. Somebody here is going to lock something down. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I want to get into the extended. I'm really, really curious. This almost feels like, I don't know, there's something very different about this energy today. When we did the reading on Friday, it was different. That energy was different. But today's energy way different. So I don't know. I'm really excited because this one is going to be really good. Really, really good. All right, this is your reading. I love you so much. Thank you for all of your love and support. It really does mean the world to me.